Hi guys, welcome to Introduction to Programming, Lesson 2 of Module 0 of Unit 1. Today we're going to look at two things, the design journal, which we can find in Blackboard, and Scratch Suprise. So let's dive right in. So the first thing is a design journal. This is a digital notebook where you can brainstorm ideas, share personal reflections, kind of like a personal journal, only this is going to be centered around Introduction to Programming. So for example, if you come up with an idea that you don't have time to actually work on and flush out, you can sit down and write that idea out and put it in your design journal to approach later or possibly for another project down the line. Oops. So here's an example of one. Oh, they must have deleted it. Okay, so I will have shared with you some other ones from other students, but it's essentially a text journal, and we're going to pull that up in Blackboard, and you can see it in Blackboard. Let's do it that way. So in Blackboard, there's a link to the journal over here. And you can see there's the design journal. And essentially it's just a listing of scroll text, and you're going to make an entry into the journal as soon as it pulls up. There we go. Design journal. So you would click on create an entry right there, or follow the link inside the assignment. So if we go to Unit 1, Module 0, yours looks a little different than mine. Lesson 2. You'll see there is a link to the sample design journal. Hopefully this one loads. Here we go. So here's a sample of a journal. It looks a little different in Blackboard, but we can kind of see what the person has listed for their different projects in Scratch. So here's your link for your journal. And what I'm going to have you do in the project is describe 3 different Scratch projects, but don't do that yet. First thing we're going to do is have you use a discussion. And I would like you to do first is how would you describe Scratch to a friend? So that's a discussion, and we're going to do that again in Blackboard. Click on that link, and it will take you to a discussion post. And you're going to click on create a thread. Type in your topic, your subject, and then start typing your message. And when you're all done, you're going to hit submit. So the topic you're writing about is how would you describe Scratch to a friend? So take a couple minutes and do that. Pause the video. When you're done submitting it, come back and we'll do the second part. Okay, great. Welcome back. So now we're going to do the second part where you're going to write a journal about 3 possible different Scratch projects you would be interested in creating. So again, we're going to go back to Blackboard. We're going to go back to our lesson. I'm just going to hit the back button. Another way to navigate is at the top of Blackboard, these breadcrumbs that they call them. You can see it lists exactly what section you're on. So we want lesson 2. And here is your listing of Scratch projects. So you're going to type into the journal, create a new journal entry, type in your entry for listing 3 different Scratch projects that you would be interested in creating. So why don't you give that a try? Pause the video. Okay, welcome back. So now we're going to finally dive into Scratch. you're going to get 10 minutes, and I just want you to use 10 minutes to do something surprising with your character in Scratch. You should have looked through Scratch itself, and I'm going to just kind of show you what I mean by creating a project and how to submit the assignment in a minute here. But take a look at some of the other things that people have done, and if you look at Scratch itself, what you're going to do is first sign in. There we go. Hopefully remembers my password, maybe not. There we go. So once you've signed in to Scratch, you're going to go up and you're going to create a new project. Oops, I hit a wrong button. So it's up here. You're going to click Create. And then in there, so once you're in Scratch, you'll see a window that looks like this. It's untitled, like that. You can give it a title. My Scratch Surprise. And then you're going to make sure you click Share. Now, if you did not confirm your email, it won't allow you to share. You have to confirm your email first inside your school email. It might be in your spam folder, so make sure you look there first. Once you confirm your email, you'll be able to do this share. And you can share it for the world. And then it's shared. And you can see this is now the project page. The link that you're going to end up giving to me to submit in Blackboard is the one up here for the project. But if you don't share it, I'm not going to be able to see it. So you have to make sure you share it so I can actually see it and give you the points for it. So you copy the link, go into Blackboard, click on the assignment, in this case Scratch Surprise, scroll down in the written submission, paste the link. There it goes. Okay? One other thing is people sometimes accidentally put it in the comments section. If you do that, I'll find it, but it's better if you put it in the written submission. When you're done, you just go over here, move my head out of the way, and click Submit. And then you'll be able to see the assignment submitted, and I'll get it on my end, and I'll grade it, and if I need to give you feedback about resubmitting it, I'll do that too. So let's go back to Scratch. What might you do? Well, click See Inside. We can use any one of these controls or events to see if we can get our character to do something. So some of these you might want to look at is, maybe there's a way to add sound. Maybe you can change the background. Take a look at getting help with some of the blocks. Maybe there's a way to figure out the blocks without getting direct instruction. Oh, cool. There we go. And then when you're all done, think about what did you figure out? What more do you want to know? And feel free to send me an email if there's something more that you want to know about, and I can post more information in another video, or send you a direct email and give you some more information that way. So have fun, get started, and I can't wait to see your guys' surprises.